Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Do you use Facebook? Of course you do. Who doesn't these days? You probably scroll through your feed every day seeing what your friends are up to or what funny videos have popped up. Maybe you catch up with an old friend or join a group to discuss your favorite TV show. And every time you post a picture or share an article, you're using a service created by Facebook. But have you ever wondered who that person is? What kind of a guy is Mark Zuckerberg? Let's find out. When he was just 12 years old, his father gave him a book about computer programming, and that's when he became interested in coding. By the time he was in middle school, he was creating small programs and games. One of his classmates said he would spend recess playing games on his Atari instead of playing sports or riding his bike, but Mark didn't mind. He knew he wanted to work with computers. After graduating high school, he enrolled in Harvard University in 2002. He wanted to study biology at first, but ended up majoring in psychology and computer science. In 2004, he co-founded Facebook with his roommates and fellow Harvard students, Eduardo Saverin, Dustin Moskovitz, and Chris Hughes. How did he come up with the idea? Well, it was partly inspired by an incident that happened at Harvard. You see, when Mark first arrived at Harvard, he was given a list of attractive female students. He then used a facial recognition program to rate them. His goal was to find someone to date. This didn't go very well though. Not only did he end up insulting many girls, but he was also accused of violating the university's privacy rules. That's when Harvard shut down the website. They even threatened to expel him. But rather than feeling discouraged, Mark decided to improve on his idea. So he teamed up with his friends and created something special. It was called the Facebook. It was a social networking website where Harvard students could get in touch with one another. It quickly gained popularity, but it wasn't without its problems. The first problem was that they didn't have enough money to expand the website. Their second problem was the Winklevoss twins. These guys were also Harvard students who had an idea for a social networking site. They claimed that Mark had stolen their idea and refused to pay them unless he dropped out of college. Eventually, they reached an agreement and Mark bought them out for $120 million. But this too caused a lot of problems for Mark. People said that he was a cheat and had stolen their idea. To make matters worse, he had to deal with the day-to-day problems of running a startup. He spent so much time at work that he hardly had any time for himself. But Mark was determined to succeed. He and his partners had put their blood, sweat, and tears into Facebook, and he wasn't going to let it go to waste. So he made a risky move. He dropped out of college and convinced his parents that he could run the company better this way. It was a difficult decision, but it paid off. Facebook began to grow rapidly, and today it has over 2.6 billion users. There isn't a person on earth who hasn't heard of it. Facebook alone has made Mark worth $77.6 billion. That makes him the fifth richest person in the world. But that's not all. He owns WhatsApp, Instagram, and Oculus. So his total net worth is $120 billion. He owns one of the most successful companies in the world. But do you know what? When he started it, no one believed in it. Even his professors doubted him. They thought it would be just another fad that would disappear in a few months. But Mark didn't listen to them. Instead, he worked harder and turned the idea that all his peers rejected into a multi-billion-dollar business. His story reminds us that if you want to be successful, you need to be passionate about what you do. Money and fame aren't everything. Sometimes you have to take risks to achieve your goals. You need to believe in yourself even when others don't. Mark Zuckerberg is a prime example of all of this. He's a dropout who, against all odds, became a billionaire. If his story inspires you, hit the like button and share this video with a friend. Until next time, goodbye.